Hey guys, welcome back to Violet's Vegan Kitchen. I wanted sushi today, but it's snowing outside. So I guess we're gonna have to make it here at home. All right, let's get started. Oh, that's right, I only have mushrooms. Mushroom sushi? So normally, I think you would probably traditionally make it with shiitake mushrooms, but all we have are white button mushrooms. They're kind of on the edge, but we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna whip them up into a marinade and see what happens. Enjoy, guys!
So we're gonna start by rinsing the rice 2 to 3 times. For regular rice, I normally rinse it about 5 to 6 times, but with sushi rice, we want it to clump together but not be super sticky. I'm using 2 cups of rice in the liner for my rice cooker. I lose a lot more with the colander, I find, when I rinse it, so that's why I'm using the liner. But hey, use what works for you. And I'm using this medium grain Nishiki rice. Look, perfect for sushi rice! I use cold water to rinse mine, and just rinse your rice until it runs clear.
All right, guys, let's get us our rice cooking. Okay. I have sushi button on mine. I normally use the white rice setting just because it's normal everyday cooking. But let's give it a try. So, oops, reset. I forgot how to use this. I don't know how to do it. It's not, oh, menu. Duh. Okay. Sushi rice, that's what we're gonna go with. All right, cook. All right, in about 45 minutes to an hour from now, we'll have some sushi rice.
Whoops, forgot to add the kombu. This is optional, guys.
All right, guys, time to make our marinade. I'm gonna chop these mushrooms just to get them out of the way because we're gonna use this Pyrex dish to put the mushrooms in, but I need to make the marinade sauce first. So let's just get these bad boys out of the way. Okay. We're going to use a tablespoon of, I have coconut AMINOS. I'm not using regular soy sauce because that's what I have. So a tablespoon. Oh boy. A little extra, why not? Also a tablespoon of sesame oil. I love sesame oil, so good. I hate the sesame seeds because they get stuck in my teeth. Am I the only one? We have a tablespoon of minced garlic. The jar kind this time because I was lazy. We're gonna do, I'm just gonna do a sprinkle of crushed red pepper flakes. The boyfriend doesn't love spicy, so we're just gonna do a sprinkle. And then we have a 1/4 cup of water. Okay, stir it around. All we have to do now is just chop our mushrooms. I'm gonna try and get these as small as possible because remember, we're trying to roll these into a sushi roll. So, maybe even smaller than so. Okay, stir these bad boys up. Make sure everything is coated. Then we'll just pop it into the fridge. Like I said, for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on when the rice is done. And we'll go from there. Okay guys, so our rice is done cooking. It's on the keep warm setting on the rice cooker. What we're gonna do is we're gonna spread it out on this baking tray, but first I want to make the rice wine vinegar mix to pour over the rice, so let's start with that. So we're starting with 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to do 1/3 cup of rice wine vinegar, unless you have sushi vinegar, which is already pre-sweetened, which I do not have, so hence the additional ingredients. So I'm just gonna mix this together, and I'm gonna pull out the kombu and then spread out the rice, and then we'll let it dry out a little bit and cool down, and then we'll be ready to roll. Okay, so first things first, I'm just gonna pull out the kombu so it doesn't get kind of grimy. You can also save the kombu for later. You can make a furikake out of it, or just for seasoning other broths and what have you. So here we go. Salt in the sugar. Then 1/3 cup of the rice wine vinegar. Again, it's unsweetened unless you have sushi vinegar, which is already pre-sweetened. Give it a little stir so it dissolves the sugar and the salt. Let's use a whisk. We're going to set that aside until we're ready to go. Take our handy dandy spatula. Oh, look at that steam, guys. Can you see it? Okay. Let's not burn our fingers. It's important not to smush the rice down, because all you're gonna do is make this rice not clump together, and then it's just gonna be a mushy mess. See how those are nice and separated? That's exactly what we're looking for. So we want light and fluffy sushi rice for rolling. Again, be really gentle with this rice. You don't want it to be mushed down. You want these kernels to kind of separate a little. Okay, oh no! Let's give our sweetened sauce another little stir. Again, we just want to make sure that sugar and the salt is dissolved. Just try and pour it as evenly as possible. We're going to give this a little stir afterwards, just to kind of make sure that all of the rice is seasoned properly. Okay. Again, don't mush the rice, stir. And then we're gonna take a clean, damp cloth and cover the rice so it doesn't dry out, but we need it to cool down before we can start rolling. So let me just get this damp, cover this up, and then we'll be ready to go in about, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes. All right, guys, we're just gonna cover this up, let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll come back to it and start rolling some sushi.
So we've got our nori sheets, rolling mat, sushi rice, and marinated mushrooms. As you can see, the first couple rolls were a hot mess. We call those the test rolls. The chef gets to try the test rolls. They were tasty, but needed less filling and to be rolled a little bit tighter. Nori, shiny side down, place your rice on the nori 3/4 of the way down from the top. We need to leave room to seal the end of the roll. And then place your drained mushrooms about halfway down from the top, or whatever fillings that you guys are using. And we start rolling from the top towards you. And then what you want to do is tighten as you roll. Now once you've got your roll nice and tight, you've got that lip at the very bottom, wet your fingers and just dab some water at the very end of the nori sheet and roll it over to create a seam. And chop these bad boys up into bite-sized little pieces. And here we have our sushi rolls. Some pretty ones and not so pretty ones. If you guys like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We hope to see you again soon at Violet's Vegan Kitchen. Love you guys.
Okay guys, well here we are. Here's our sushi. We're snowed in today. We couldn't go out for sushi, so we decided to make it at home. It wasn't the easiest, but practice makes perfect. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you make this at home.